innovator, which is a Latin word, which means course of life. And compare this with resume, which is a French word, which means summary. Now look at the meaning of these two words. First one is course of life. So when you think about course of life, you understand that it's mostly in terms of time. Okay, so it's a timeline. You joined this job first, and then you joined this job, and after that you joined this job, and it's a kind of graph of your growth over time, because it's huge. It's course of life. So what you did as the final years of your student and your professional growth measured on time scale. So it's a course of life. So, and actually you can understand it. It's a little more elaborate. And look at the meaning of resume, which is summary. So summary means you just only talk about those things which are most important. So in summary, you might not include your 10th and your 12th marks if that is not relevant. And resume mostly focuses on your skills. And because CV generally records your growth as over the timeline, it's little longer. As I told you, it's 2 to 4 pages, okay, or maybe 3 to 4 pages. The resume is shorter. One, you can stretch it little more. You have huge achievements, little more than one. Okay, so even the senior professionals, whatever they achieved in the most important years of their life can be presented in 1 year, or in 1 page. Okay, so CV is time oriented. You can understand a course of life. Okay, so you will start that everything is written in a reverse chronological way. The latest first. Okay, if you have MTech, you start with your MTech. If you have PhD, you start with your PhD. Okay, so it's the latest first. It's time oriented. Whereas resume is skill oriented. It's not. A resume. In CV, I'll write, I spent 5 years to complete my PhD on this particular topic from this institution. That is time oriented, because I said 5 years from this institution on this particular topic. Resume is much more skill oriented. What resume will say? Resume will mention the title, but then it will also mention what research skill I achieved in those 5 years. Okay, so resume always want to know the skill that you learned. Okay, it's not that you spent 4 years in Flipkart. What you learned in those 4 years. Okay, so it's something like the way we do it. Okay, when I say revision at the beginning of the class, you say that you started with this, and then you did this, and then we asked about this, and then we did this. That is how you say when I ask about revision, isn't it? So your revision is most likely used CV. In contrast to that, Millie is very specific. It's about what you learned. Okay, so it's skill oriented. When you talk about your Millie, you talk about your learning specifically. So that is how resume is different. Okay, when talking about Millie, you don't say I learned this first and then I learned this first. It's not then, next, later, not like that. You mainly talk about that. I learned different formats, I learned different types, something like that. So it's much more precise. CV is time oriented, resume is skill oriented. CV is mostly used in academia, resume is in industry or company. As I told you that mostly in academia, you take greater and greater and greater responsibility. Like at this stage, I'm just teaching. After a few years, probably I will have research student, and probably I will have research project. After that, probably I will have greater responsibility, like head of the department, or dean, or maybe member of very important committees. Okay, so over the years in academia, you take greater and greater responsibilities. This is not the case with company or corporate jobs. What happens in corporate jobs is that you change your job, the salary package changes, the exposure changes, but then certain skills almost are kind of related. Okay, so resume we generally used in industry because their skill can be presented in one page. Defense people in academia can present their skill in one page, but their CV is preferred in academia, because in academia they really want to see how you have grown over the years. If you check some of the CVs of your department teachers, you will see that some of the teachers are there with the department for 10 years, 12 years. Okay, so for 12 years they are with the department, with the same department. And they have grown like that. Okay, so they guided 12 people. Okay, something like that. In contrast to that resume, which is popular in industry or in company, hardly people stay for 12 years in one particular company. Okay, that is again very rare. So because they keep changing, so they generally don't grow in terms of taking greater and greater serious responsibilities. I understand that at this stage it will be a little vague for you to understand. When I show you samples of CV and resume, I hope it will be a little clearer. CV is maintained by inclusion, okay? So I got another degree, I include it, okay? I organized one workshop, I add it, okay? I am offering one online course for 6 months. After the completion of the online course, I add it. So it's maintained mainly by inclusion. Okay, you grow, you take greater responsibility, and you add it. Resume is customized for each specific job or company because it's skill oriented. So you try to find out what that particular opening, what that particular job or particular vacancy wants, and you just highlight that particular skill. Okay. So that's how they're different. And then there is another related term, that is portfolio. It's in the chat box. I hope you read it. So portfolio is a portable collection of documents or other papers that present a person's work, a compilation of materials that showcases your skill, qualification, education, training, and experience. Please note that when I'm saying that collection of documents or other papers, it's not just certificates I'm talking about. It's not just certificates. It's something else. Certificates are the supporting document that you add to your CV, that you add to your resume or something like that. But then portfolio is not the certificates I'm talking about. It's something entirely different. Let me give you an example. Okay. See, if I'm writing resume, I'll writing teaching if I'm writing my resume, these are the skills I'll write. Teaching is a skill. Evaluation is a skill. Research is a skill, because I told you resume is skill oriented. If I write the same things on my CV, how will I write? I'll write okay. So in my CV, I'll not only write teaching, I'll see I taught English 1, English 2, effective technical communication. Okay, so it's little more elaborate. So they will understand, okay, so in the English 1 and then English 2 is little bigger or maybe little more serious than English 2, and then effective technical communication is little more technical than the previous one. So do you understand that it's talking about my growth over the time? And then for evaluation, I'll say that I evaluated school level papers, and then I evaluated papers for other university. Okay, I was the member of evaluation board for NIT, something like that. So these are, so do you understand? It's little more detailed. Okay, it's not just the skill. It's also about the skill. It's also about the details of the skill and research. It's not just the research. For CV, I will exactly mention that I guided 5 research student, and the titles of their thesis is this. Okay, right? Guided 5. Yes. So, oh, sorry. Hold on. Yes. So that's how your resume and your CV is different. What is portfolio? What will I add in my portfolio? I'll probably add the syllabus of the courses that I taught. That's the document. So people will actually get an idea of what actually I taught. So English 1 is just the name of the course, but then if I add the syllabus for all the courses I taught, then it becomes portfolio. So for PhD dissertation, what will I do? I'll probably also add the first page of their abstract, or maybe the first page of their dissertation. Okay, if I say that I published 5 papers, maybe I'll add the first page of my article that got published. So do you understand? It's actually a sample of my work. It's not the certificate I'm talking about, it's the sample. If I conducted research, sample. My publication is my research. Okay, so these articles are my sample. If I say that I taught courses, so I'll add the syllabus of these courses. So I was also trying to bring a parallel between your MILI, your revision, and all these things. So if you submit your activity table along with your class notes, it becomes portfolio. Is this clear? So if, as a student, if I say that if I ask, say, Abhijit to submit his portfolio for English for ASH 302, what Abhijit will submit? Abhijit will submit the activity table. Abhijit will submit the 5 most important pages of his class notes. The class notes can be 30-40 pages, but then Abhijit will choose the most important 5 pages of the class notes, and then Abhijit will also add the first page of the assignment that he submitted for evaluation. Okay, or maybe his mid-sem answer sheet, something like so. That is portfolio. Portfolio is actually adds sample. Okay, it's not the mark sheet. Mark sheet is something different. So I hope the difference is clear. Resume, CV, and portfolio. Okay, portfolio comes with some sample of what you wrote. So you claimed that you own first prize in photography. Okay, so but then if you actually add that photo which brought you first prize, that's competition, you add the first page of that essay, or maybe the last page. Mostly we send the first page of the essay, then it becomes portfolio. You are adding the class notes along with the activity table, then it becomes portfolio. Is this clear? Can you please confirm in the chat box? Can you please confirm in the chat box if it's little clear? seems it's not clear. Okay. Arunabh says clear, but then I can understand for many it won't be clear because the terms that I'm using is not known to you. When I'm saying dissertation, you don't know what is a dissertation. When I'm saying research project, you don't know what is a research project. When I'm saying publication, you don't know what is a publication. That's the reason I guess understand that there is a gap between what I'm saying and how you are understanding, because I'm using many technical terms which are part of higher studies, which are part of professional life, which you are not familiar with. So I hope it will be clear. Portfolio, if you don't understand at this stage, fine. For exam purpose. For exam purpose, you just need to focus on CV. Okay. Give me a minute. And then, as I told you that at this stage, biodata is no longer used. If you are writing resume, your CV itself is just 2 pages or 1 pages. So at this stage, we'll talk about CV only. Okay, so there are 3 types. One is a chronological type. By chronological, it means it's reverse chronological. You add the latest first. Chronology is about time. Okay, so in this CV, you follow the time. How? By adding the latest first. Most of the time, our latest achievement is the most important achievement. Okay, the highest achievement. So in this, you follow the chronological one. Say, for example, I will start with my PhD, and then I'll talk about my MA, and then I'll talk about my BA, and then I'll talk about my 12th and 10th. That's it. So it's chronology. Reverse chronology against time. You are starting with 2016, and then you are talking about 2009, and then you are talking about 2017. But then it's time. It's following a timeline. Okay. So it's your educational experience history. It's a graph of your growth. Okay, it's about time. A little different to this is functional. When you talk about skill, experience, award, achievement, this is almost like resume. Okay, when you say that what exactly you did